Libra, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alicia. I'm going to be doing your reading today, and this is going to be from June 11th to the 20th, 2022. So Libra, this week we have a full moon in Sagittarius at 23 degrees, and this is going to be on the 14th of June. So of course we have the sun in Gemini at 23 degrees opposite the moon in Sagittarius at 23 degrees. And this is going to be a catalyst for everybody, right? Full moons are usually a time when we tend to get triggered into making some decisions about things that sort of no longer work for us, or like things that just naturally come to a completion or an ending, or projects or people that, like they were in our lives for a small period of time and maybe now's the time that they leave, or for longer term situations like beliefs. And Sagittarius has to do with our beliefs. So it could be that, you're rethinking how something does or does not, fit in with what you're believing to be true, or what you're believing aligns with your life path, or what you want to do, or who you want to be, right? There's something about this full moon that catalyzes the way that that we see ourselves, the way that we present ourselves, communicating with others, our relationships with people, and dissolving old concepts or old ideas, old fears even, that have maybe been holding us back or keeping us stuck for a really long time. So this can actually be a really productive full moon. So we'll see. We'll see, Libra, what comes up. But I'm going to go ahead and get some overall energy from these oracles, and then we will go ahead and put out a tarot message, and I'll clarify that message. Okay, so spirits, guides, and angels, let's get a reading for the Libra collective. What would you like them to know at this time for their highest good and the highest good of everyone? From June 11th to the 20th, 2022. That's the second decan of Gemini. Or actually, it's the third decan of Gemini. But anyway, this is the Wild Unknown Archetype by Kim Krantz. Let's get one for Gemini. Okay, you guys got the box. So when I look at this, it's like I see I see this energy at the very center of this box, and it's kind of closed in from all sides, and it's held and contained very securely, very tightly. And security is a good thing. I think we all like security. It makes us feel safe, right? But sometimes when the box gets too small and we don't have room to stretch and to grow, sometimes we rebel against the box. Sometimes that structure, it just gets to be too much. The routines, the structure, the expectations, like all of those things that we live inside the confines of our lives, sometimes that box gets to be a bit much. So let's get some more energy and we'll see what we have here, Libra. Here's from the Black Moon Astrology Oracle. What for Libra? Spirits, guides, and angels, what for Libra? I'm going to take the first one that came out. Ooh, look at, it's the sun, Spirit. So this could certainly be a blessing. It's an illumination. The sun is a happy, joyful card. The sun is like the sign of Aries, right? So it's like all about our identity. It's about how we show up in the world. It is about our spirit. It's about like what we came in to accomplish into this lifetime, like how we shine our light. It's identifying as the light, the spirit that lives within us, inside of this box. It's like no matter what the external environment or the vehicle or the however it looks, the light still resides within, doesn't it? It's like you can't contain the light no matter how many layers you put on it or how many, you know what I mean? No one can contain the spirit that lives within us, Libra. I feel like there's something inside of you that wants to expand and wants to shine. I feel like there's something inside of you that wants to be seen or wants to break out of an old mold or something like that, right? Let's get one from the Star Code Astro Oracle Spirit. What for the Libra collective? Debilitated, discomfort. Yeah, I do. I can see that. I feel like this is uncomfortable for you. I feel like there's something, like I said, that it's like something inside of you that just wants to escape, that wants to expand, that wants to be bigger, that is uncomfortable, that's discomfort. It's uncomfortable, being contained, you know? Um, it's too small for you. You've outgrown it, you know? It's like trying to wear shoes when your toes are poking through the ends. It's like extremely uncomfortable. Let's get a message, Spirit, for the Libra collective. This is going to be an interesting one. I already like this message, Libra. Let's find out what Spirit has for you. Spirits, guides, and angels, what is the message for Libra? What would you like them to know, please? 2 wands. Gathering information to make a choice, to make a decision. You're at a crossroads, right? Like, do I stay or do I go? Can't stay inside of this cage forever. And I mean, honestly, it's just over her head, her poor head. I mean, the rest of her body's free, but you know, she's got to take the cage off of her head in order to. It's like, and there's Spirit talking to her, saying, yes, you know, whenever you're ready. You don't have to stay in that cage. You can take it off. Three of Cups. It's like getting out with friends and celebrating and, you know, maybe you don't know what direction to go, so maybe you need to actually like talk to some people in your environment to sort of help you along the path. Now, of course, this can be just, you know, talking to Spirit, you know, talking to your internal guidance. But I feel like this is external to you. I feel like maybe you go out and you talk with some family or some friends or even a counselor to sort of get somebody else's take on the situation. In Temperance, you know, I think that between, you know, there's somewhere in the middle, you know, you'll meet with this. I do feel like you're being protected and guided in a certain direction. I feel like your higher self and your spiritual team knows probably where you're destined to go, or like what the inevitability of the situation may be. But I mean, honestly, there has to be some kind of balance, right? Like what you decide is what is going to be comfortable for you, is what's going to be like you have to live with it, right? So there's this tempering, there's this balancing about, you know, what we dream about and what we desire, and like if you were to take Abraham Hicks's vortex model, right? And then like what we actually are able to like bring into our physical reality from this, you know, imagination state, this dream state, and then this is like the reality. So there's this process, you know, this flow. So I mean, you may be at the beginning of this process of like, okay, well, how do I get out of this box? Like, what do I need to do? What action do I need to take? Like, what needs to change in my life? Like, right? And then there's this process that has to happen. What else, Spirit? Another three of Pentacles. So of course, you know, building a structure on a solid foundation, right? Like, so, you know, if you're going to make a change and you're going to move from one secure structure to another, okay, well, then, like, who's going to go with you? Okay? Like, who's going to come with you? Who, you know, are you going to go work for somebody else? Are you going to do it alone? You know, you've got to have some kind of structure, some kind of discipline, some kind of like security, some kind of, right, collaboration. There has to be some kind of a plan, right? We don't just walk outside. I mean, typically we don't just walk outside and like never come back home, right? Like there's usually some decision making that's involved before we just make big sweeping changes in our life. But here we go. The fact of the matter is that you do have a new opportunity that's coming in. And that's why you're up here making this decision. And that's why you're down here talking to your friends about it, because it is going to impact everybody involved. And the thing is that it's a little scary. It's something brand new. Like when the Fool shows up, you know, it's something like, you've literally never done this before, and it's really compelling. The Page of Wands, this is a message that comes in. It's like the universe delivering something to you on a golden platter. Like, oh my God, like, look at this offer that's before me. And then it's like the universe going, well, you're going to have to just take a leap of faith. There's going to have to be some calculated risk, right? Because nothing's foolproof. I think that's where that saying comes from. Nothing's foolproof. I mean, we can't guarantee that it's going to work out how you envisioned, but at the same time, if you don't take a chance, you'll never know, right? So I'm sure that would be uncomfortable. But is it more uncomfortable to stay confined in the box? Or is it more uncomfortable to take a chance on something that you don't necessarily see what the outcome is going to be? I mean, that's the choice. That's the decision that needs to be made. So do you take the calculated risk, or do you stay where you're at? And I think that part of this decision may be made for you. I think if a tower is going to fall, right? And the sun, which is spirit, look at you guys have the sun twice. And this is spirit coming in saying, look, you know, you can't stay here. So I guess you're going to have to make a strategy and get the hell out of Dodge. There's the decision with the Lovers, right? No doubt. No doubt change is scary. You know, you don't know. Can you trust it? What's going to happen, Spirit? And Spirit's like, I don't know. But if you take the first step, you're going to find out, right? So the choice is yours, Libra. But I feel like you can't stay here. You know, just like those shoes that are too small. I mean, they're going to end up putting like really, really serious like calluses on your foot. And eventually, you know, they're going to bleed. So as uncomfortable as it might be, I think you have to leave. I think you got to go. And I think that you see that as the reality. The reality is that it's time to take a calculated risk, and there's something in your environment with this full moon that becomes very clear to you that, like, I can't stay here anymore. It's just not in alignment with me. Like, whether it's a job or renting, I don't know, maybe rent an apartment, and it's just like they want to raise your rent $500 like they're doing around the country right now, you know? Maybe you've always lived in the same place your entire life, and all of a sudden now it's like you're being given an opportunity to move across the country, and you don't know what it's going to be like there. You don't even know anyone over there. Is that scary? Yes. It's also exciting, depending on your personality. But you've always lived inside that little secure, safe box, you know? It's just, it's time to get out of it. That's all. The universe is like, look, we need you to expand a little bit here. Queen of Inspiration, being confident, being bold, and being brave. Understanding that you have what it takes, right? You have the ingenuity, you have the know-how. And at the very least, if you don't know how to do something, you know other people who know how to do that thing, and you can always ask for help. Right, Libra? 3 of Cups. Look at another 3, the Empress. Seriously, this is like really stepping into some creative energy. And it'll take time to build it. Just like a woman takes 9 months to make, you know, a baby inside of her. Just like, you know, it takes time to build anything. But this is all part of the divine plan. It's like your reason for being here on this planet is to have these experiences, right? And if you don't move forward and, you know, you make, you know, get yourself a little bit out of that comfort zone, you know, you'll never find out. I do feel like this is destined. I do feel like you're being led down this path. You know, I feel like, yeah, there's this Knight of Emotions. This is an offer. And I feel like the offer absolutely resonates with you, or you wouldn't even be in this position of like hemming and hawing about moving forward with it. I think that you know at a deep, deep level that this is meant for you. Even though you've never done it before, you've never done this, whatever this is. 10 of Wands. You've come to the end of the road. It's like you literally can't go any further with where you are. You almost have to take the new path. It's like the universe is like, yeah, it's really up to you. It's all up to you. But like behind the scenes, it's like, it's not really up to you, because if you stay here, like the tower's going to come down, and then it's like, you know what I mean? So you may as well just make the decision so that the universe doesn't force your hand. It may be more uncomfortable if you wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's that too. I feel like you've gone as far as you can go with this old situation. Look at, there's the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. So here's what I get about this new offer. First of all, with the King of Swords, you can trust the King of Swords. So whatever it is, it's solid, okay? It's a mature offer. Whoever this is, they're telling you the truth. Nobody is pulling the wool over your, you know what I mean? It's not really risky, in the sense that you can trust whoever this is who's making you this offer. They are, what's the word? trustworthy. They're trustworthy is what I get here. Okay. And then let's get one for the Fool. Yeah. You are going to have to take a leap of faith without seeing. It's like being blindfolded. There's no guarantees in life. There's absolutely not. You don't know how this is going to unfold. You don't know what it's going to look like when you get there. And you certainly don't know if in the long term, you know, it's going to provide you with that level and feeling of safety and security. And so you move forward in spite of not knowing. At the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess. Okay, so use your intuition. It's never going to steer you wrong, but I'm telling you that Spirit is giving you the green light on this. And in fact, I think that your team is actually setting this all up behind the scenes for you, Libra, so that you can move into something better suited for you, to be honest with you. I think once you kind of get over the whole like apprehension and nervousness of doing it and you start to actually do it, I think you're immediately going to feel a lot happier about it. So that's your reading, my Libra friends. I hope that it helps somebody out there. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. I would really super appreciate it. If you guys are interested, I upload every single day for the collective. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get those notifications as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.